there's a trick to flipping the video. You put the Y at -1 and it fixes. I don't know. It's weird, but I figured it out. All right. Well, so what we should do is position another mystery in these bots as the audience, and then we'll shoot from behind, and it looks like there's a lot of people there.
Yes.
Is this where we're doing the
No, in that film festival world.
But there's an intro that we're gonna film Athena.
I'm gonna go check it out. That's right. I'm gonna go check it out.
I'm gonna go check the stream out there myself.
We are live on YouTube.
Oh wow.
Okay.
We are live.
I was just popping in for a few minutes to say hi to all you guys.
Okay.
When visitors come in, do they spawn here or do they spawn on Gate Road? Okay.
They spawn. Well, if they're a first timer and they've never been in the platform, they spawn on Gate Road.
Okay.
But if they are, and Alicia was supposed to be our greeter. I don't know where she is.
I think Ninja said he was going to be, might be a greeter as well. He said, spoke to me on Discord.
Because we should have somebody in Gate Road to let people know they need to walk through the portal.
Yeah.
But I am going to be popping out and be back in around 11:45.
Okay.
I might come in. I might come in before then, but I got some stuff to do, which I normally don't do this time on a Friday.
Well, thank you.
But you guys have fun. Love you.
Love you.
Yeah,
see you later.
You know what? We're. You know what? I'm gonna go look at Samskara since he said you did something else to it. So let's go. Where we go?
Athena, do you want to do the ethereal?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm just So Laura just told me that the YouTube is resolving at the moment, so she wasn't getting it yet.
I found a hole in cosmic inflation.
Yeah, me too. Last night.
You drop down. It's kind of fun because you end up spawning back in the middle, but it's a fun ride.
It was kind of crazy.
I went back and did it 3 times. Okay.
Okay, are we ready? I can do the intro.
I definitely see the YouTube is live.
Okay, yeah, she just texted me and said it's live.
Yeah. Cool.
Is that? Hey, Athena.
Hey, Echoes.
Hear me?
Hello. Hey, Echoes. I was just getting ready to do our intro.
Is the audio working?
Your audio's working. I can hear you.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm trying out the PCVR. I finally fixed it.
Oh, yay.
Are you doing intros and then you go into the... Are you showing the movies at the... Oh,
in the film festival world.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So, who's...
I'm gonna check out the Gaussian splats.
Oh, here we go. There's
really
Carlos.
I haven't seen those.
Oh, you haven't seen them? The Gaussians aren't on that selector.
You say they aren't, or...?
They are not. No.
Oh.
You have to go to the Gaussian selector in the post office.
Oh, right. You said that.
Just. Oh my God! It's just like
post office. I know, right? You have to go to the post office. It's not there. It's over there. Okay, so Carlos, I'm going to do my intro, but I was going to do it facing in this direction as I'm talking to people. So I don't know if you want to move that way.
Swoop around the other way. Yeah.
Yeah. With a better backdrop, anyway. Good morning, beautiful humans, and welcome to day 1 of the BurnerSphere Film Festival. Oops. I'm so happy you're here. Whether you're joining us from deep Playa memories or discovering this community for the first time, you're in the right place. We have an incredible lineup of films to share with you over the next few days. Stories of art, resilience, history, creativity, and the wild magic that makes Black Rock City what it is. So here's how this is going to flow. Before each time block, we'll gather right here together in Center Camp, and then we'll head into the Film Festival portal as a group. And inside that space is where the films will screen and where we'll host our live Q&A conversations after each one. We normally show 2 films per each time block. So a quick question before we dive in, is anyone here new to BurnerSphere?
No.
No, everyone's been here before. Oh my gosh, that's so fantastic. Well, if you were, welcome home. And I want to give you a little pro tip. So send a few people friend requests right now to connect with people that are around you. So if you're not connected with somebody, you want to do that now. And that way, if you ever need to re-enter the space, you can open your friend browser and jump right back to us. It makes everything seamless. Also, you can adjust your volume in your settings. That's the purple bead on your bracelet or the gear icon if you're on your computer in the upper right. So you can open up your settings menu, click on audio, and adjust the ambient volume. You can turn it up if you want the sound louder or down if you need it to be a little softer. And you can do this on the dance floor as well. All right, the digital dust is swirling, the screens are warming up, we've done our tech check, and I'd like to thank Carlos Austin, who's managing 3 avatars right now to create a dynamic live stream to YouTube. Hi everyone on YouTube, and to our Zoom. Hello everyone on Zoom. Please try not to stand in front of these cameras who look just like you. They're called CP Austin, Cam 2, and Cam 3. So welcome everyone that's joining in here immersively in BurnerSphere on YouTube and on Zoom. Thank you, Laura, for holding down the fort on Zoom, and let the fun begin. So in just a short bit, we're going to head right into this portal together. Here we go. Hello, Shark.
Hello.
So people just started heading into the film festival portal.
Got it.
Okay.
So we're not going to actually watch the movie in here, everybody.
Okay, okay.
This movie has a very special portal, and you have to get there outside. welcome. That is cam 3. Behind me. Hello, Justin. Go into the portal behind me. Hi, Indiana Dan. Hey, Doug.
What happened to your arm? What's going on there?
Going on, and I can't get rid of it. Can you take a photo?
Okay, I know what brain massage.
Wait a minute. I know this problem. I need to figure this.
Different things. Like looks like I can choose.
No. Your arm is flipped up to your head. I need to find out why that's happening. Oh, you need to re-enter. Can you re-enter?
Can you tell people to go watch the film? Yes. I will re-enter.
But you need to re-enter. Well, Indiana Dan's here. And,
Okay, did Drew do his intro?
Drew is having existential crisis. His hand was stuck in his head, and he couldn't see.
That's a. I forgot why that happens. I know there's a reason for it. Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, how's it going?
Do you want me to do the intro then? Because
the only person here is Indiana Dan behind you.
I realize that, but we have people on YouTube. I think.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, do it. Oh, no, Andrew will be here. He's just re-entering. He'll be here in 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah, we got more people coming in.
Where's Andrew going to do
Welcome.
You should do it with the film festival graphic behind him like this. Is that good placement, Carlos?
Yeah. Well, who's going to do it?
Andrew's just re-entering. He'll do it.
Re-entering.
Okay.
But Carlos, I'm right behind you.
Yeah.
Hey, Carlos.
Hi.
Here he comes.
Justin.
I'm back.
Yay!
I'm holding your place, Drew, so you can stand right here.
Drew, do you remember what you did that caused that?
I remember what happened. I went into the bijou. I then crawled to go into the hole, go to the heat, and then when I came out, it had that adjustment.
Okay, you don't need to crawl, by the way. You can walk right through. There's no collider there.
Okay, awesome. Thanks for telling me that. Okay. What's up, everybody? Our first film. Oh my gosh, this is incredible. It is called What is Burning Man? Okay, so this piece opens our BurnerSphere immersive documentary series and serves as a doorway into Black Rock City. Whether you have been building, burning, or wandering the playa for years, or you are simply burner curious, this film invites you to pause and reflect on what this culture really is. Beyond the dust, beyond the spectacle, beyond the headlines. What brings tens of thousands of people into the desert each year? What are the principles that shape this temporary city? How do art, participation, and radical inclusion transform a barren landscape into a living experiment in community? This film explores those questions and more. It is both an introduction and a reminder, a grounding in the values that connect us across time, distance, and now across digital space. After the film, right after that film, we're going to be joined right back here. You're going to come back here for a live Q&A with producers Doug Jacobson, Justin Gunn, and Aunt Athena or Athena Demos. So settle in, open your heart a little, and let's step into this unique portal for what is Burning Man.
And that portal is over here.
Yes, it is. I dare you to walk through the portal.
person sitting wherever you are. I don't know if you've been here before. Somehow makes this thing astronomically fantastic, difficult to describe, and worth doing. If you have never been here before, I'd like you to know that you are welcome, and you might already be a member.
Everyone here it's a good equalizer. It doesn't matter which country you came from, which family you were born, which place you traveled from. It's a really challenging environment, and you have to deal with the same thing. You have to deal with the dust, you have to deal with the heat, or sometimes dust storms, or sometimes you have to deal with the craziness of this place. And it's a lot. It's a lot to take, but it's unbelievably unique environment, and everybody should enjoy it or experience it at least once.
Hey! How are you? What are you doing? How's your bird?
I didn't know you were gonna make it. Where are you guys camped? We're at 2 and G. We're on our way to district right now. Come out. We love you. Woo!
What this thing is, I don't know, it's up to you to decide. This thing is different every year. It's the sum total of the collective dreams and endeavors of 80,000 people here, another God knows how many people around the world, doing the things that they do that help make this culture possible. Whether that's making art, whether that's building community centers, whether that's taking action in the world, any action that's really influenced by a belief in those 10 principles and an activation of that kind of an ethos and that kind of vibe in the world, that's burning.
Burning Man does not have an orthodoxy in the sense that we mean it. Burning Man is an orthopraxy, which means that what you believe isn't necessarily the most important thing or even all that important. It's what you do that really matters. We have a set of practices, a set of things that we do, and that's what unites us. And if you want to do that thing, it doesn't really matter what your political beliefs are, what your religious beliefs are. It doesn't really matter what kind of family structure you believe or want to have. It doesn't matter, what you think about spirituality or currency or technology. It's that you want to do the thing. We're all here because we want to have this experience of burning, of gathering together, of creating incredible things, of letting anybody join or co-create, and then cleaning up after ourselves. And if you want to do that, then you can come as you are. And in fact, coming as you are enriches us. It makes us more interesting. It means that your personal visions and idiosyncrasies will contribute and make us more visionary and idiosyncratic. And it's wonderful to see. And the whole point is that if you are trying too hard to define the thing as opposed to actually doing the thing, then you're getting further and further off course.
That human connection part of it that I think a lot of people in Black Rock City are experiencing this year, that's just pure magic. We've missed it for so long. It's such an incredible thing to get the band back together, to be in each other's presence again in the place that we love more than any other place, doing the thing that we love to do. That's this act of service.
I've described Burning Man as having a process of applied existentialism in which you are in this environment which is decommodified and often in the middle of nowhere, and so you can't win in the ways that we often think of ourselves as trying to win in life. You know, you can't get more, you can't be making more money, you can't try to get the most power, you can't, you know, chase after status in the same ways. And so you're suddenly confronted with the question, in this environment where I can't do those things, but I can do pretty much anything else, what do I want to do? What am I actually intrinsically motivated to do? What, if I can do anything and don't have to worry about winning at it, what do I actually want? And suddenly, when you start that, things begin to click into place, and other people start to see you and go, oh, that's interesting, and some of them will want to help.
So what Burning Man means to me is a family vacation where we all work really hard, and it's a reunion. But to me it means family, it means community, and it means that we can celebrate what we've built and worked on together, and we can celebrate this community that goes so far beyond an event we're producing.
Freaking me out.
Oh yeah, I'm checking my phone.
Okay, I thought it was an error. Did you guys see the candy I made? Come check it out.
Oh, you made some candy? Nice. It's part of the place.
You have to come back here.
No.
Yes, the fuck your burn.
You get infinite? Oh, it's just the...
Well, Sparkle Ponies is great.
I wish I had the time to do all the candy interactables that we have planned. You can like shove it into your face.
Oh yeah, right. I know. The fuck your burn's right here. Hold on. Oh, it fell through.
That's for the children. Fuck your burn. Yes.
Oh, they go back.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. It's still broadcasting on the Zoom.
Whoa.
So make sure you stand really close to the front of the stage.
Okay. I'm on tip. So there we go. How's that?
Yo, what up?
Interesting. Andrew, I'm glad your hand's down now.
Sorry?
I'm glad your hand is down.
Well, you know. What if I wanted it up, Doug? And you took it away from me. Your own insecurity.
Oh, my own insecurity. That was a known bug. There was a, remember, it's something used to cause you to go in your face in one of the worlds, and I can't remember what Collider caused it, but
that is something hilarious.
It was very funny.
How's it doing on Zoom? Is it still playing, or are we done?
Yeah, we're back. We're live.
Okay.
Carlos is, but Carlos is not on stage yet. I don't know. The Zoom's
Carlos
behind.
doesn't. Oh, we're not broadcasting on stage. So let's just hold for a second.
Okay. You tell me when. I see cameras in the back.
You guys are hot.
Yeah, here they come.
You're on the stage.
I know I am, Carlos, but what are you?
Well, we know we're hot.
Besides that,
I like to say caliente.
I have the camera on you guys, and I can hear you.
Okay, great.
Muy caliente.
Just Justin, make sure you stand towards the front of the stage.
Oh, copy that.
And also, Justin, I don't know if we mentioned this. We're doing this in Spanish first, and then English.
Sí.
Yeah. and then Vietnamese.
Todos.
Remember those days we were going to try that one?
Athena, está Justin aquí, y ahí es Drew. Gracias para venir aquí.
Hey everybody, I see all these people in the back coming towards us.
¿Dónde están los baños?
The finest está muy lejos ahí.
Tráeme otra margarita, por favor.
You want a drink? Go. There's a bar somewhere.
No margaritas in the desert. The sugar will get you.
Let's do this.
Great. So before we move into the Q&A, two things. First, if I'm on desktop, everybody, and if you don't know when you watch these films, you can use your mouse and like adjust the screen, like you're moving something on your screen, and it gives you a fully like larger immersive experience with the film. So just so you know. And before we start this Q&A, I'd also like to introduce the incredible humans joining us today. It's really a privilege. I've been working with them now for 6 years. Holy cow.
Wow.
First, yes, isn't that crazy? First, there's Doug Jacobson. So Doug has been going to Burning Man since 1998. And he began a long-running documentary, which some of you may know, it's a project called Journey to the Flames, following a group of friends returning to the playa year after year. He graduated with honors from USC Film School in 1990s and has since written, directed, produced, and edited multiple festival award-winning narratives and documentaries. He is a member of the Television Academy and the Producers Guild of America. A lifelong storyteller and lover of emerging technology, Doug has spent recent years working in VR, shooting 3D video, building immersive worlds, and guiding participants into new forms of a digital experience. Wave your arms, shake your bodies for saying hello to Doug. Hey, Doug.
Hello, everybody. Wow, everybody. Thank you.
Next, Douglas. That's a first. Justin, you're going before. Next is Justin Gunn. Justin is our resident troublemaker. He is a senior creative producer at Big Rock Creative and a documentary producer and director with more than 3 decades of experience at the intersection of video production and interactive technology. His work has earned the Producers Guild Innovation Award, multiple Webby Awards, and a National News and Documentary Emmy nomination for TV Free Burning Man, a multi-year documentary project. I loved that, Justin, about Burning Man he created for Current TV that ran from 2005 to 2008. Justin has been going to Burning Man since 1999 and works to bring art and community together in his hometown of Santa Barbara, California. Give it up for Justin! Yeah! And finally, our beloved Aunt Athena Demos.
Auntie.
Athena began her Burning Man journey in 1999 and immediately found home. In 2002, she co-founded the LA Decompression Arts and Music Celebration and produced it through 2017 while serving as the regional ambassador for Burning Man in Los Angeles and founding the LA League of Arts. She has produced internationally recognized social impact projects, including Brianna's Garden, which premiered at South by Southwest in 2022, and Pride Has No Borders, a finalist in the VA Awards. And by the way, I think that's our Pride World, right? Which we might be opening up soon. Yeah.
Yes.
Y'all, if you haven't seen that world, it's so cool, and we're going to reopen it soon. Athena has developed a philosophical framework for building a foundational fabric for creative collaboration in the metaverse, and her work has led to keynote talks, university lectures, and citations in leading books and publications worldwide. Earlier in her career, she spent more than 8 years as production manager at the 2-time Academy Award-winning documentary company Mariah Films. Woohoo! Give it up for Athena. So during the pandemic,
we're not worthy.
Yes, yes, you are. Athena, Doug, and Justin helped spearheaded BRCVR, bringing the global community together during a time of isolation and evolving it into what we are standing in here today is BurnerSphere. Please join me in welcoming Doug, Justin, and Athena. We used to have heart emojis.
We need emojis.
Yes, we need emojis.
They're
I'll put that on your list.
Yes.
Put that on my list.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I'm just going to dive in. I guess each of you, you've each been going to Burning Man like since the late 1990s. I started in 2007. So one at a time. Let's start with you, Doug. How was your personal relationship? How has your personal relationship to this event, evolved over time, and how has that shaped this particular film that you spearheaded, this documentary?
Well, the key to Burning Man, I think, going as much as I have, is to change the context of what you're doing at Burning Man. So I've gone as a theme camp, as an art car, as an art project, as a documentary filmmaker, and it's better to change up that context. And then watching Burning Man change over the years from a more of a scrappy festival to Disney level art has been very fascinating, and I actually enjoyed that part. And what we're trying to do here in BurnerSphere is what we would say is trying to bring the shenanigans back, the comedy back, the fun back a little bit more than it was back in the late 90s when we went. It was a little more tongue-in-cheek, so we're trying to for sure bring that back. So
amazing. What about you, Justin? How has your personal relationship to the event evolved over time, and then how does that shape this documentary work?
Well, I started out. My first year was 1999, and I, for most of my adult life, have been a journalist in some capacity or another. And I remember, what's that? I'm an adult. Well, you're an adult. Adult age.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I, when I first went to Burning Man, it just completely blew my mind apart. And I being a natural communicator, I was like trying to figure out how the hell do I tell people about this. And back then we didn't even have digital cameras. I remember taking pictures, I think on a just a regular camera, and I would have like made a little slideshow, and I would make people's ears bleed. Anybody would come over to my house and I would show them pictures, and I tried to tell the story, and I realized that it was just such a difficult thing to communicate, to encapsulate, even through the written, through the spoken word, even with photos. And I just always wanted to try to figure it out. And I remember the first year I was there, I was even trying to write some thoughts down on a yellow pad, and I said I don't even know what to write, and I just put it down, and I just had the experience. But I always had that desire to want to communicate Burning Man to other people, because I was so moved by it. And so when I had the chance to do video production starting in 2005 as part of Current TV, we came out here and we did day of air production. So we shot and we edited on site and we fed via satellite. So it was a really kind of a daunting task, but it was so fun because I got to actually broaden the scope of of the fidelity of the communication that I was able to broadcast to people. And indeed it was broadcast around the world. Yeah. But that's still a very poor analog for what the experience is like. And so cut to all these years later, here we are in this immersive experience that blends two-dimensional video, three-dimensional, widescreen immersive video content, 360 video, photogrammetry, to try to take all of these different pieces of the puzzle and put it together. So allow people who have never been to Burning Man, can't go to Burning Man for whatever reason, to get a closer sense of what it's like to be there. And this technology, being able to do this in a shared experience, unlike most media that we consume, is the closest approximation to the most magical part of Burning Man, which is being able to hang around with people and share the experience in real time with other people.
Wow, I like his answer better than mine.
I was about to say, I vote for Justin's answer.
Well, Athena, then Athena, let me ask you, you often speak about building a foundational fabric for creative collaboration in digital space. So, and I know how much you travel around the world, really advocating for this. So how did that philosophy influence the design of BurnerSphere as more than just a film platform?
That's a good question. We really build the principles into the fabric of this platform. We want people to be able to practice them, put them into practice into their lives in here, and then take them home with them. So as we were building out the worlds, it's not just look at this pretty piece of art, but how can you participate with it? How can we work together at creating something? It was a lot of how can this principle be applied? How can that one be applied? And sometimes, to Doug's point, it's a little snarky. We did this back in during the BRCVR days, where we told people don't be moopatars. So moop is matter out of place, MOOP, and that is something that's fallen on the ground. And if you'll pick it up, then you've, picked up the garbage, or maybe it's something that you want to keep. And so you don't want to be moved. Well, we can't litter in VR because unless we program in the littering, you can't actually drop trash on the ground. And if you did, then you would pick it up and it would just spawn back on the ground. And so that would be a fun little snarky thing to do. But we started telling people, don't be a Moopatar. And that was because you don't want to leave your avatar behind. You're on your computer and you have to go to the bathroom, or you want to go get a snack from your refrigerator, which is great, go do that. But move your avatar off the dance floor so somebody doesn't walk up and try to talk to you. And if you're in VR and you take your headset off, now your avatar does this weird zombie dance where your legs are moving and you're like doing this thing. And so it just ruins the vibe. So don't be a Moopatar. Yeah. So we're constantly looking for ways in which we can embed these principles into the fabric of this platform. And I do go all over the world talking about the principles of Burning Man, because I think it's more than the principles of Burning Man. I think these principles are just a description of what it looks like when humanity is at its best, when we are working together and building great things and have a common goal, and our goal is community. You often hear people say it's about the journey, it's not about the destination. And we're one constant journey.
Thanks.
By the way, yeah. I was going to say Swirly was there doing the Moopatar dance, and I was going to point it out, but he's gone.
Oh, yeah. Cool there. Doug, can we go back? I have a question about Journey to the Flames, which you started filming years ago. So, how did long-term documentation influence the way you approach storytelling inside BurnerSphere? With a 2D, 16 by 9 frame, I could do a montage of art cars going by, and people would love it. But shooting in a 3D format, it gives you the depth and scope of Burning Man that you can never quite get with regular footage. And I'm always trying to capture the scope, but I could never do it. And finally, with the 180 3D, I give people a sense of space being there, and then that extra element of space has really finally captured an emotional beat that it was sort of missing from my regular stuff. We're all watching Burning Man footage on Instagram, and really great DPs doing like slow-mo and drone shots, and they're all beautiful, but they don't always click in a way that this kind of 3D footage is clicking for me. So I'm very excited, being a little cinema nerd and going to film school, to explore a whole new cinema format. Not only a new cinema format in 180 3D, 360 bubbles, but then creating Gaussian splats and photogrammetry. It's like a whole playground. And you guys are all joining us in this journey to experience stuff that a lot of other people haven't quite gotten their head around yet. And so I say it's lonely in the future. It's my line to people, but it's not completely lonely. We do have a few people in the future with us. So thank you guys for joining us in the future. And maybe we'll try to explain to those other people what they're missing. Yeah, Justin, maybe if you can. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
go ahead, Athena. Go ahead.
I was about to say, we do have this new format for cinematic storytelling, and I like to say we're transforming storytelling into story living. You're actually part of the story that you're watching, and it's rolling out in front of you in real time.
Yeah, Justin, can you break that down for us, just in more traditional? What's the difference? What's the fundamentally difference between this immersive storytelling compared to our more traditional documentary formats that we're used to?
Yeah, well, there's sort of two sides to that. One is the filmmaker experience, like the approach and what's different about it as a filmmaker, and then there's the experience as the viewer or the participant. In this case, is a better analogy. I just want to tag on to what Doug said there. It's kind of ironic because we spent all these years as filmmakers trying to communicate what Burning Man is and what it feels like to be there. And so it's a very hard thing to explain to people, and we've created this immersive storytelling experience that gets you closer to feeling like what it feels like to be there. And then we try to explain to people what it feels like to be in here, and we have the same problem.
Never ends.
So I guess it's like, we've really nailed that. What it feels like to be at Burning Man, it's impossible to explain. But from the user experience, from the participant experience, immersive storytelling, I guess it's about that sense of human connection. Even just watching what is Burning Man again here today, I got, the hairs on the back of my neck, came up when people get close to the camera and they look you right in the eyes. You feel a human being looking at you somehow in your lizard brain. You just sort of react as if there's somebody standing in front of you, and that's an experience that you just don't get through traditional two-dimensional media. And so it's that feeling of presence, that feeling of being there. It's that feeling of agency. So I'm not just watching a frame that somebody made me, like served up a plate. They're giving me like a large tapestry, and because my field of view is narrow versus what the screen actually shows, I have the agency to look around and to focus on the things in the frame that I want to view and that I want to look at. So there's that sense of presence, that sense of agency and presence. As a filmmaker, it really took a kind of a fundamental rethink of what it is to tell a story in a documentary format within the context of this medium. When we first set out in 2022 to actually shoot in immersive video once Burning Man came back after the pandemic, Doug came to me and was like, hey, these 3D cameras, these immersive video format, these 8K dual fisheye lens cameras, I think this is what we need to do. We need to figure out a way to shoot this and incorporate this. So we rented a camera and we played with it. And the very first test was in Doug's living room. And Doug and our partner and collaborator Lindsay were just standing in front of the camera on a tripod, and they were just talking to each other. And we took the footage and we put it in the headset, and immediately we realized something was wrong. It felt wrong. You felt like you were standing in Doug's living room, and it felt like Doug and Lindsay were completely ignoring you, like you were a ghost, and it was off-putting. And we said, well, wait a minute, this is really weird because I feel like I'm there, but why aren't these people acknowledging my existence and my presence in this scene? And so we had to rethink, how do you tell a story from a documentary perspective? And so the way that we sort of ended up doing it, like when I'd go out and I'd shoot a story with an artist at an art piece, I would tell them that I said, okay, this is going to be like an interview like you've never done before, because I'm not actually going to ask you a single question. In fact, I'm not even going to be here for it. So already I'm removing myself as a producer, asking questions, as a director, picking camera angles. I kind of set the camera up in a wide shot. I tell the artist, I said, just go hide behind your art piece, and then I'll let you know when we're rolling. I'll disappear, and when you feel ready, come around. When you notice the camera, wave at it, acknowledge the camera's presence. I said, because that's not actually a camera, that's a person. Those aren't lenses, those are their eyeballs. And I want you to imagine, if you will, someone in your life that you always wish could come out to Burning Man and see what it is you do out here, but for whatever reason hasn't been able to come out here. I said, now's your chance to talk to that person, because they will be able to stand here. And that kind of helped them kind of get it and grok it. And I said, just tell them everything you think they should. I said, welcome them here, look them in the eye, welcome them here, tell them everything you think they should know about what it is you're doing here, who you are, where you are, what this is, what it took to build this, what's the reaction so far. Tell them everything you think they should know. And when you feel you're satisfied, thank them for being here and then walk away. And in that way, I was able to sort of like strip down all of the layers that go between an interview subject and the viewer. All of my personal bias of, well, what do I think is interesting about this? I'm going to ask them certain leading questions. And when you interview somebody as a filmmaker, there's a natural dynamic. They're talking to me, right? And so they're trying to give me what they think I want from them. And so that's going to color their answers. And they might get kind of like, was that good? Did you get it? Was that okay? Kind of thing. And when I remove myself and my personality out of it, it's just them talking to a friend. And I think that the results really, were hugely successful in doing that, because they got to just tell the story purely from their heart, what they thought was important, without any kind of added filter from the filmmaker. And as a participant watching it, you just really feel like someone's coming up and talking to you, and that's a very different thing from traditional filmmaking.
It's funny you brought up that time with Lindsay, because I was very cocky. I was like, I'm a pretty steady hand. I can handhold this camera. I can, So I shot some stuff handheld, and I put it in the headset, and I immediately got sick because I was like, you think you're holding it steady, but in world you're just. So let's be honest, the format is very challenging to shoot in. It's a pain in the ass, but it's worth it if you can get through that. Yeah. It has some cinema rules that you have to follow, but if you can get through that, it's worth it.
The other one that was really
to it.
Well, and there was another one that was really interesting. Is I remember the first time I saw What is Burning Man, it was like cut traditionally. Like Doug is an amazing editor, so is Justin. But Doug put together What is Burning Man, and I watched it for the first time, and it was like, whoa, that shot went by too fast, because you edit quicker when you do traditional filmmaking, and you can't do that in VR, because you got to give people an opportunity to like look around and check it out, and so everything got slowed down. So besides just how we were shooting, how we edit also completely changed. It truly is a new format with different rules on how you film and how you edit, how you produce, and how you put it together. So it's same, but different. So we've had to learn a lot along the way.
Yeah, you're dropping someone into a scene and affording them enough time to establish their presence in the scene, to feel comfortable, and then notice things and look around. So it like I said, it simplifies the process of the filmmaker throughout the whole thing. So not only are you not running the interview at that point, you're not running the camera other than doing B-roll shots of static B-roll shots of really pretty things with nice things in the foreground, so you get that nice 3D parallax effect. But your editing, it becomes more simplistic and longer, and you don't feel the need to cut out the weird awkward pauses, because you don't do that in real life when you're standing talking to somebody. If they stop and cough or something and then pick up their thought, that's normal. So it strips the whole process down.
Thank you, Justin. I mean, absolutely incredible, and we could certainly
don't tell Justin, but I did ask questions, and I did upcut the pauses and stuff and cover them with B-roll. I'm sorry, but it's okay. I mean, it's fine. I just want to let you know I did a ton of different.
Not a hard fast rule, just my approach.
Yeah. I will say. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Doug.
I was going to say one last thing. I remember Steven Spielberg talking about how come he likes, because this is like a play. Yeah, he didn't tell me. I saw him in an interview. I don't know Steven Spielberg, but he did say this thing where he says he likes wide shots, like establishing shots, because when he goes to a play and he lets the audience pick the shots they're looking at, because they're looking at a wide shot of a play going on, and you're looking at the action going on, and that translates very much over to this format, because it's a wide shot. It's an establishing shot, and you're watching a play go by in 3D in front of you. So I've always had that in my mind for this format. Anyway, go on, Drew. Back to you.
Well, I was going to wrap this up because we have another documentary.
Yes, we have another film.
And Doug, if I'm correct, we just need to turn around and look at the screens, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
The next doc will be playing on those two screens and inside the bijou.
Yeah, so let me just give a little quick introduction. So thank you, Doug, Justin, Athena, thank you so much for kicking off the festival and for creating this groundbreaking experience that the world will discover, I'm sure of it. Our next film, everybody. Also, shake, love, rattle, roll for Doug, Athena, and Justin. Yeah.
Yay.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
I want to say kudos to Doug, because he hates it when I do this. I want to say kudos to Doug for putting together the film festival world, and pretty much every single world that we have.
Every other world.
Yeah. Like every world. Like Doug, everybody. Doug. Yes.
Help me.
So our next film is Burning experienced by first-time participants, and this documentary invites us to see Black Rock City through fresh eyes. We follow JingleSparkle, who we're going to meet later, by the way, and Paul Chelmis as they arrive on Playa for the very first time, stepping into a city that exists for only a brief moment each year, and yet leaves a lasting imprint on the heart. Through their experience, we witness what it means to arrive as newcomers, to navigate radical self-reliance, participation, collaboration, and the unexpected beauty of community in the desert. For those of you who remember your first burn, this may bring back a flood of memories. For those who have not yet gone, this offers an honest and intimate window into what it feels like to cross that threshold. And we're very excited that JingleSparkle will be joining us live for the Q&A immediately following the screening. So you'll get to hear firsthand reflections on that first year experience. Let's return to the beginner's mind together. Let's turn around, go over to the screen, go inside the bijou, and enjoy the film.
All right.
Hey, Drew, you got a moment?
Yes.
You've likely heard it before. Burning Man is not a
nobody
festival.
can hear me.
Burning
Yeah,
Man
wait, let's
is
go
not a
further.
desert rave or a drug-fueled sex party with no rules. So what the hell is Burning Man? To find out, we spent nearly 3 weeks in the Nevada desert. And what we found blew every preconceived notion we had into dust. Creation, destruction, the manifestation of dreams and nightmares alike. For 1 week exists a city that defies all norms of civil society, in a place that no being should ever inhabit. It got rough at times, but we survived. And I'm here to tell you everything.
Okay, folks, we gather here today to announce that we just came back from Burning Man. And we've been decompressing, we're still recovering.
Everything is still completely covered in dust.
Yes. We're gonna talk about our experience as first-time burners.
While we have a
cleaning
cleaning party.
Because look at my shoes, I haven't cleaned them.
Whoa. Most of the videos that I see on social media about Burning Man is footage of these crazy party scenes.
People dancing in the sandstorms, the extravagant outfits, and the night DJ scenes.
And it's true. I've never seen partying like that before. But that is just one small part of what Burning Man has to offer.
So underneath all that, what is Burning Man? It is actually not easy to figure out.
It's hard to really describe it. There's nothing really quite like it, right?
We were invited to Burning Man as part of an art build crew. Our role on that crew was to document, create a short film about what truly goes into that process from start to finish. And that was amazing, first of all, to have a media pass, but also we got to be there early and stay late and really witness how this city was built from the ground up in a matter of weeks and then scrapped down again without even so much as a twist tie left behind.
So what's our best definition?
In a nutshell, Burning Man, aka Black Rock City, is a temporary city that is erected once a year where tens of thousands of people gather and practice alternative way of living and thinking and interacting with one another. It is located deep in the Nevada desert, ancient lake bed. That's why they call it the playa. And there's really nothing that lives out there at all. It's essentially a massive dead salt flat in the middle of nowhere.
It's a very extreme environment.
By the way, when we call this a city, it has everything like an airport, there's a post office, a census, everybody has a home address. There's 80,000 people that come to be citizens of this city for 1 week. It's huge. You're not allowed to have a car. There's no cars except for the art cars. And by foot is kind of crazy. So really the main method of transportation was bikes. Everybody had a bike.
In the middle part, the playa part, there's no roads, which is kind of mind-blowing at first, because you can just bike any direction, anywhere. It's actually really fun.
People have all kind of mechanisms for alerting others to their presence. Sometimes people are just shouting, ding, ding, as they go by. People have weird horns.
That's Steph's superpower.
Top of that, yeah.
Do it again.
I already really love riding my bike. To be able to have it out in that weird environment, this just open space. You look at any direction you want to go, you just go there. It feels like a video game. It feels like a Zelda world. In the daytime, it's Mad Max. Dust storms, everything is covered in dust. Your hair becomes white throughout the week, like you've gained wisdom in years, but it's just dust.
Oh yeah, Paul looks old.
Billy, my back's aching up again. Can you get me my medicine?
Jing, you have a dust stash. At night, it becomes the most electric city to rival Tokyo or Las Vegas. It's so bright, and you can see miles away an art car going.
It's covering the whole sky.
The art pieces are all illuminated to transform at night. Really becomes, honestly, another world.
And then you watch the sunrise. There's a sunrise set somewhere. It's the most beautiful thing.
Sunrise was amazing. You gotta at least experience one sunrise. That is a reward by staying up all night. And staying up all night does not mean partying. We spent most of our nights just out in
Biking
deep
around.
quiet, biking around, experiencing the art at night. It was very peaceful, calming. You might find a little mini party happening at somebody's art piece.
It could be anything.
It could be anything.
It's very exciting in that way.
So, the X factor of what makes Burning Man unique to every other gathering on Earth is the 10 principles.
If you plan to go to Burning Man and you're doing one thing to prepare, I would say is to read the 10 principles.
All of the crazy shit that you've heard about Burning Man, the crazy aesthetics, the partying, the amazing art, they're all products of these 10 principles. It's the foundation of it, it's the fabric of what makes up this culture. It sets a whole new level of intentions for being there. So what are the 10 principles? They're essentially guidelines to living a life that is free of judgment, of discrimination, of the social barriers that we normally experience in the default world. It allows for a childlike sense of curiosity and a whimsical, unguarded way to live your life.
Out of the 10 principles, I think several of them I experienced really strongly, and I would like to talk about it from my personal experience. And you too.
And me too.
I don't like to interact with strangers. I'm the kind of person where a cruise ship went by and people on the cruise ship wave at you, I don't wave back. At Burning Man, you are by default welcome to talk to me.
You're welcome to step up onto anyone's art car. You're welcome to just walk into anyone's camp and say hi, and you might get offered a pickle juice shot or some coffee.
I feel like in my normal life, when I enter a room where there's a lot of people, men and women, I subconsciously compare myself to them. Okay, am I dressed nice enough to fit in this room? Am I qualified enough in my profession to be talking to them? But at Burning Man, all these concerns kind of go away.
You're all just citizens of the playa.
Is this the end of the line?
Good morning, how are you? Jack off to that later, okay? Put it in the wank bank. So much sausage, so hot, so oily, that it's about to be in your mouth.
Bro, I'm jacking off to that right now.
And keep your goddamn hands off the cooking service, all right?
Burning Man has a gifting economy. There's no transaction of any type, not even barter, which is a common misconception. The idea is that everybody on the playa is contributing something. They're gifting it without expectation of anything in return. That means bars, coffee shops, lunch, dinner, activities. Thrift shops, like free clothing boutiques, you just walk in and try on and take whatever you want.
I like it. Yeah, it's kind of like a trust. You trust in the city, you give to the playa. By providing your camp service or art or whatever you're bringing, you trust that you get what you need.
The playa provides.
The playa provides.
This was one of the most amazing things to me. And it took me a few days to really realize it, but just to be able to live without that barrier. Is this worth it? Is this a good deal? At Burning Man, all of that goes out the window.
Brisket, baby! Brisket! These are lovely people. We are all here to cook matzo ball soup. Let's go! And then share it with the artists on the playa.
That's a sudden veil that's just lifted.
It's, do I want this rather than, can I have this?
Yeah, and that's, I think, at the core of what a lot of these principles try to cultivate.
That's a good one.
It's a cool feeling.
Wow. I can't believe this just happened. Is this real?
I'm overwhelmed.
This is real life?
Although everything is technically free at Burning Man once you get there, you can't just show up and expect to be taken care of. You are expected to show up with everything that you need to survive on your own. Water, food, shelter. The desert is pretty intense out there. It's kind of extreme. So this self-reliance thing is a pretty serious one.
It's really harsh sun in the day and it gets really cold at night.
The dust storms are really wild.
I've only seen it in Mission Impossible, but this is real. So you have to have your goggles, you have to have your mask, whatever.
Breathing apparatus, yeah.
You have to really be able to take care of yourself. That weeds out a lot of people that
aren't up for that challenge.
Mm-hmm.
I learned that this is called a whiteout. It's just sandstorm, keeps coming, really strong wind. It sometimes lasts for hours. You have more respect for people to build here because most of them are not even making money. They just want to build art for the art.
Everyone comes to set up this city in the name of art, in the name of radical self-expression. And it's not just in the art, it's in the music. It's in the art cars that people build. It's in the way people dress, biking naked, or fire spinning, or cooking a delicious breakfast sandwich for someone else. Like, those are all forms of self-expression. The art cars were so next level. I knew that was like an aspect of Burning Man, but I had no idea scale. The art cars were like beasts roaming around the desert. Some of them tiny, some of them were massive, and then some of them are spitting fire.
A lot of them.
A lot of fire. They're literally, they're like these giant creatures that just roll up on you out of nowhere. And every single one of them is spinning their own little soundtrack that somehow goes perfectly with their aesthetics. It's like their own little sonic identity. You'll just hear like, boom, 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 boom. And this one over here is like,
I'm glad you're good at beatbox.
it is in what people wear too. People's outfits were amazing.
Before I came, I watched a video about what to wear to Burning Man. And they said, don't try to fit in, fit out. Just wear whatever you want. Even if it's just your regular day clothes, you can do that too. I chose somewhat in between, things that I wish I could wear more often in daily life, but I don't.
I just wanted to look as much like a cowboy as I possibly.
Yeah, you did that pretty well.
It still smells like the playa dust.
One thing I benefit a lot from the self-expression part is actually not having to wear a bra. I don't like wearing bras. It feels very uncomfortable. So there, I don't have a limitation to say you have to. I can just not, because there are people not wearing anything.
Expressing them radical titties.
Oh, then he's out.
Oh. Moop. You get 1 point.
That's something that I was raised on, so it's close to me. To see it on such a huge scale is both incredibly impressive and inspiring. The term you need to know here is moop.
Moop. Matters out of place. Matter. Even though it's biodegradable. Doesn't belong here.
It's called mooping. Even the tiny piece of cheese have to moop it out. We've been doing really well with that.
Good.
When you strike down your camp or your art piece, every single scrap of wood or a screw needs to be accounted for, or you might not be allowed to camp next year.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
It's something that the org and the burners take very seriously.
There are no trash cans here. You have to pack out all of your trash that you generate.
The finest citizens of Black Rock City, they'll spend hours of their day just roaming about and picking up any trash that they see. And you might find some cool stuff.
We met a girl when she was helping out. She was wearing a hat. She said, this hat is made of moop. Like everything on her hat, the decoration is something she found.
Oh, good moop find, baby. What is that? Is it an earring? Moop on our... And now you got a gift, a reward. Thank you, Playa Gods.
No, thank you, Paul and Jing.
So? Tempo is one of the most important elements of Burning Man.
And it's one of the most serious.
It adds a very spiritual layer. Before I went, I just saw a few vlogs saying that Temple is the place that if you go in, you will want to cry.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I heard, but I don't know why.
Just like the man, the temple is commissioned by a different artist every year. Apparently it's a great honor to design Temple. And it was so beautiful this year. I would sum up Temple by saying it's a place of letting go. It's a place of loss and goodbye and
grief
and joy and recovery.
I think closure.
That's good. Closure, I like that. People come from all over with mementos. A lot of times it's of a loved one that they've lost, but can be about letting go of a past self, letting go of an old relationship. People leave these things at Temple, and throughout the week, the walls just fill up with things from people's lives.
It's mainly quiet. People are sitting there just grieving.
And there's singing at times. Celebration as well as mourning. It's a full spectrum of emotions for people.
And on Sunday night, the temple burns. It's just quiet.
Everybody sits and watches the temple burn down in complete silence. And I'll never forget that.
It felt very much like a closure. It's a big, grand, epic, majestic closure.
The way that Temple allows you to freely experience it however you need, it kind of sums up Burning Man as a whole. Is it a festival? The truth is, you can call Burning Man whatever you want, because it can be whatever you want. It is a festival. It's a museum. It's a DIY engineering Comic-Con. It's the biggest playground in the world. It's whatever the citizens decide it is, because they're the ones who bring the experience. It's decentralized. Burning Man isn't planned from the top down. It's slapped together from the bottom up by the people. And that's what makes it totally unique.
It's very easy to be happy there. I really felt like I could just be a kid. And the whole Black Rock City is a big playground. It's such an epic human experience that now I understand why people even travel across nations just to come for 1 week.
Black Rock City is an experiment. It's an alternative reality that could very much be a reality if there was enough of a mental shift. Is that advocating for drug-fueled sex parties and staying up till sunrise every night? Probably not. Is it advocating for a childlike intrigue and lust for life that one carries themselves with daily? Is that advocating for a level of self-expression that is free from built-up walls and fear of one another, or a basic respect and care for the earth that we all inhabit? Yeah.
Before we went to Burning Man for the first time, we were saying like, we're probably only gonna go this one time, right? Check it out.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll be enough.
And then after this, I can proudly say I definitely want to go back again. It's such a special place. And I do identify as a burner, I think. In fact, I realize I actually have been probably a burner. I just never been to Burning Man. I think we are done. Okay, bye-bye. Ah.
Black Rock City is an experiment. It's an alternative reality that could very much be a reality if there was enough of a mental shift. Is that advocating for drug-fueled sex parties and staying up till sunrise every night? Probably not. Is it advocating for a childlike intrigue and lust for life that one carries themselves with daily? Is that advocating for a level of self-expression that is free from built-up walls and fear of one another, or a basic respect and care for the earth that we all inhabit? Yeah.
Before we went to Burning Man for the first time, we were saying like, we're probably only gonna go this one time, right? Check it out.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll be enough.
And then after this, I can proudly say I definitely want to go back again. It's such a special place. And I do identify as a burner, I think. In fact, I realize I actually have been probably a burner. I just never been to Burning Man. I think we are done. Okay, bye-bye. Ah.
Yeah. Great. Great. Very well done.
That was fantastic.
Hi, everyone. That was a really amazing film. Thank you so much. So we're going to switch some gears real fast. And so we're going to take a little bit of a moment. So what's going to happen is that our filmmaker, JingleSparkle, who you saw in the film, is actually going to be joining us via Zoom. So we're going to flip the stream and we're going to bring Zoom onto this screen so you can hear her talk about the film. Andrew is joining her on Zoom, so we'll be doing the Q&A there, but you'll be able to see it here, and then we will come back into the stream coming this way. So just one moment while we do a few button pushes and getting everything working. What did everybody think of the film while we're
awesome.
waiting?
Yeah,
Very good. Any thoughts that you want to share?
And I think Athena is making a speech right now in World.
Yeah, it's nice seeing current footage.
Laura, I think we're going to proceed.
Yeah, we tried to get all the films this year to be as current
with
as possible,
JingleSparkle,
except for the last one.
And we're going to stream this directly into World.
Okay.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I'm looking at our comms channel.
Don't see it.
Hoping that someone will give me instructions. Before you even start, the chat, have you been back? Chat. And then
yes, I went last year.
I got a whole bunch of questions for you. That's a good one. Actually, I told you this is one of my favorite. Let me just give us a minute.
Wow.
I show it to everybody. We're ready to start.
Thank you so much.
Before they go and interview. Get those YouTube views.
Great.
Yeah.
Is the question coming from you guys, or is it from?
They're making a speech right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna start asking questions.
Okay.
And
Paul is flying right now, so he unfortunately can't
also
join.
Ask a question. They
So
can
I'll
leave
be
a chat.
representing
They can leave a
both
message
of
in
us.
chat. And then does he still try to be a cowboy in the real world? I got a whole bunch of questions for you.
Sort of. He's flying back from India.
Favorite
And
dots.
wow, and he had to change his flight because he was flying
before they go. Get those YouTube, yeah.
And then he had to go the other way and fly to Malaysia first, and then fly to China, and then back. So he would have been able to join. Is flying right now, so he but that added extra flight. So I'll be representing both of us.
Thank you for letting us know. Does he still try to be a cowboy in the real world? Where are they now? Follow up information.
Sort of. He's flying back from India. And,
hold on.
And he had to change his flight because he was flying
Where are we
through.
Talking to you from?
I am in Asheville, North Carolina, and he had to go the other way and fly to Malaysia first, and then fly to China. Yeah, I just got back from China. He would have been able to join like 2 days ago. So. But that added extra adjusting to jet lag, and I think I signed up to this account during a connecting flight, so it's
like
kind of chaotic.
Where are they now? Follow up information. Well, we're glad you're here. We tried to make this accessible to people all different ways, and it's on YouTube, it's on Zoom, it's on desktop, it's in a VR headset. So there's no right way to do it.
Thank you so much. This is impressive. That VR.
Yeah. Have you had a chance to actually put on the headset yet, by any chance?
I don't have one, so I can't.
Yeah. It looks. I do desktop because my VR headset's kind of old, but and it's amazing on desktop, which I know you were trying to get set up. But when you put the VR headset on, wow, it's truly next level.
Wow.
So hold on a second. Let me just see how we're doing. Laura, if you're communicating with the team as well, can you let me know if I can start?
Hello, Andrew. You're live on YouTube right now.
Hi, everybody. It's Drew. I'm not an avatar anymore. All right. Well, please help me welcome JingleSparkle. Now we can actually do applause, and I can even do hearts. Doug, get the hearts going because we have them here on Zoom. Thank you, everybody. In Burning Man Experience by first-time participants, we see Black Rock City through JingleSparkle's eyes as a first-time participant stepping fully into the unknown. Her openness and curiosity make the journey feel immediate and real. Going to Burning Man for the first time is no small thing. It asks something of you. It stretches you, invites you to show up in ways you may not have before. And JingleSparkle said yes to that invitation. Please join me in welcoming JingleSparkle. Hello. Okay, I got a list of questions for you. and I prepped these, so give me a second. All right. You talk a little bit about this first of all, why don't you tell us where you're at? Located.
I am in Asheville, North Carolina. I just moved here last year from Charleston, South Carolina.
Right on. Where did you travel from when you went to the burn your first time?
I was living in Charleston, and we flew to San Francisco, and we drove from there.
Did you RV or tent?
Tent.
Yes. Okay. And I know I've asked earlier, you've been back since, like you said in the movie that you were gonna go back, but you went back last year.
Yes.
Great. So, okay, let's go back to the very beginning. Before you arrived on Playa, what did you think Burning Man was going to be, and how did that compare to your actual experience?
I really kind of didn't have too much expectations. I kind of like to be thrown into an environment, just be completely open and unassuming, and just experience what comes to me as I get there. Yeah, but what I've heard about Burning Man prior to that was only a little bit. Just I watched a few videos on how to prepare for Burning Man prior to going, and then it's just through people's talking, and they're sharing tips about you need to bring gloves and pee jug and just little things like that. And it still felt very hard to connect the dots just from that kind of talking. So yeah.
So was there a moment? Can you think? Maybe there was if it wasn't a singular moment, or if there was a singular moment, what happened while you were in Black Rock City, or if there was a series of moments that kind of added up? Can you talk us through either of those scenarios?
That made you go, oh, okay, I know what Burning Man is for me. Yeah, I think the most different feelings that I get in Burning Man compared to Default World is that people are so nice and easy to talk to. Because like I said in the video, I am normally I don't really strike a conversation with strangers, and that's just not a default thing that I do. But at Burning Man, I feel more invited to do that. It's like anyone you see on the road, you can just talk to them, and they will assume that you're friendly and talk with you. It's just everyone is by default your friend if you want to. It's that true connectedness within people, anyone, basically.
Would you say that hesitation to strike conversation, was that your biggest challenge during your first burn, or did you find something that really revealed itself as this is my biggest challenge for this burn?
I don't think it was a challenge because I just don't have the habit. But I guess it's because I never experienced that no barrier between people kind of feeling. And it was the first time I get to experience it in Burning Man. And that was a different feeling because it's just, I didn't know that could exist before that.
And that's just one part of, for me, what makes Burning Man so extraordinary is the connections and the community. What surprised you most, other than that, about the culture of the community?
It's that, okay, I think it's about how hardworking people were. Because I was with an art building crew, and we went a week before Burning Man officially started, and right. Everyone was just so hardworking every day from morning to night. And our artist, she barely really enjoyed the burn. She was just working the whole time. So from everything I heard prior to going, Burning Man is a place to have fun, and people kind of just like a lot of people, I thought it was just a big party. But these people that I was there with, they showed
a tremendous amount of work ethic, and they're not even getting paid. So it's just very against your normal understanding, and that's very surprising. It's a big shock.
Was there a moment when, if I think through the 10 principles, radical self-reliance is something you talk about in the film. Was there a moment where you found radical self-reliance showed up for you personally?
Yes, actually. So I felt like I kind of was thriving in that environment. It's like I am normally very organized and I always know where things are. And I constantly just hear people say, hey, where is that? And I say, oh, I saw it over there. I was just answering that question from everyone in the camp. And I find myself have everything I need on me, like my spoon, my lip balm, everything. I have it completely organized within myself. And I leave the camp at evening, close to sunset, then I would bring extra layer in the back of my bike. It's just, I felt very good at taking care of myself, and that was a good feeling. It gave me a lot of confidence.
And when you went back in 2024 for your second burn last year, is that right? 25. Oh my gosh, it's 2026 already. When you went back last year, did you find that was the same case, that you had this ability to be radically self-reliant and enjoyed that?
Yes. Because especially I had experience already. I know even more of what to bring and not to bring. Actually, when I was there for the first time, I kept a running note on what I forgot to bring and I need to include next year. So I use that very, very much.
You're the first person to ever do that, just so you know. Tell me about the making. I want to know a little bit about the technical making of the film. Can you walk us through, the process of creating the film, working with Burning Man to get clearances in the film, the publishing of the film, the response to the film? If you can give us a little that filmmaking experience.
We went with this art crew, and our job was just to document her, Cece, her whole journey of the process. So it was our first time. We did a lot of research on how to protect your gear because of the dust storm. So we prepared a lot of Ziploc, and we put that over the lens a lot, and just try to do as much as we can to block dust from getting into the camera. And we brought a big camera and a 360, which is small and compatible, and we use our phone a lot. And we didn't really know what to film. It's just because we want to have a balance of enjoy the burn as well as filming. So that's also a question we got a lot afterwards. It's like, how do you stay present and enjoy the burn while doing all the filming? So you just have to pick and choose. When we see really beautiful scenery or something impressive, something we felt it was touching and moving, then we take out our gear and film a little bit. We filmed a lot of footage in the beginning week before the burn started, and that's when we had kind of less distraction from the burn. We were focusing on the artist, and then after the burn started, we were just mainly using our phones and try to enjoy the burn a lot. And then the publishing of the film, we just made it on. We just put it on the YouTube, because at the time we had less than 300, 400 subscribers. So it's just a free film. It's just what we started doing, and we just put it on there.
It's such a great film. Thank you. When you leave the playa for the first time, what do you take home with you?
I think one of the most strongest feelings was that we felt pretty cool. Because it's like, because it was our first time and we did it in the most legit way, I would say, which is join the crew and getting there a week early and 3 days later, like stay till the end. And it's the longest that I know. Well, not compared to the, you know, the workers, but it was a legit long stay and everything was really smooth. Like including talking to people, and we just met a lot of cool people that felt like we could vibe with. And it's like, oh, these people are cool and they like me, so I must be cool too.
When you went back in 2025, did you go back with any of those people that you had met?
We went with a different camp, but we did run into a few friends that we met from the previous year, and it really felt like a reunion because we didn't see them during the year. It's just the second time we saw them, it was at Burning Man. So, yeah. But nothing felt like it changed. Like the friendship really stayed, and it was authentic friendship, and I was really happy.
You've had 2 years of arguably some of the extreme weather. You had a lot of dust storms your first year, I think, and then you had the incredible rain this past year. How do you navigate that? Nothing is promised out there, so how do you deal with that?
Yeah, I remember this year it rained almost till Thursday, and so it was kind of hard. I was thinking, well, I need to. Is this just a waste of Burning Man this time? Because even on Thursday, you don't know if it's still gonna keep raining. But luckily, I think it became better, and I just remember I wanted to take advantage of my time and just really go out when it's not raining. And luckily, the man burn night, I had a really good time that time. We actually met with someone who watched our video from last year and became kind of a real audience of our channel, and they came to find us at Burning Man this time. Wow. And then we went to meet them for the first time, and he was so stoked to meet us in person. And he was like he said he watched a lot of our videos, and that it just felt amazing. And also, the second time when I went, we got recognized by some people on the street. They would just call me JingleSparkle, and he said, "Hey, YouTube." Yeah, so it was experiencing. Remember, I was dancing on an art car, and then a guy next to me said, "I love your video."
Oh wow!
It felt surreal.
So I want to ask one last question. So if someone is burner curious out there, what would you say to them?
Like if they haven't been to Burning Man?
Correct.
I would say it's worth going as one of the bucket list item for your lifetime, for sure.
Yeah.
And just try to stay completely open-minded.
Well, JingleSparkle, I hope you'll get your BurnerSphere account set up so you can go in and have this extraordinary immersive experience that's an extension of what you are already so passionately sharing with us. I'm so grateful for your time. This is such a beautiful way to open our festival. So I want to everybody, I want to give a heartfelt thank you to Doug and Justin and Athena, and right now to JingleSparkle for sharing your stories, your films, and your lived experiences with all of us. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Honored to be here. I'm for sure gonna set up my account.
It's a pleasure. And I just want to give a very special thank you to our campmates. Their support makes it possible for this entire community to gather here and keep events like this free and accessible to everyone. Thank you to our campmates. I'm sending hearts. If you're staying with us, the day continues. Swirly will be leading a behind-the-scenes tour starting right at noon, and we will show you that on Zoom and on YouTube. I think we will be able to, maybe not, but we will certainly be in headset and on desktop. We'll be doing this incredible tour with Swirly, who does it every Friday, but this week it's a special time at noon, which is in about 25 minutes. We will meet in Center Camp to start. And then I want to remind everybody that this film festival continues at 5 p.m. Pacific today. As the BurnerSphere Film Festival, we have Tales of Dreamers, followed by a live Q&A with filmmakers Mona and Neo. And then we have the Fly Ranch director, Matt Sundquist, who's featured in this film, right here in the film festival world that everyone in headset and on desktop is in right now. So take a breath. Connect with someone new. In about 25 minutes, Swirly is going to take us on this mind-blowing tour of some of the new worlds inside of BurnerSphere. And I'll see you all in the digital dust. Later.